Hey YouTubers, what's up? It's me. I'm back to post part 2 to my thread response. I finished the last one talking about best replacements, so we'll go into question number 4, which was who are the bad replacements. And again, not bad as in they sucked, but the group took a step down when this person came in as the replacement. So I start off with Paul, what's his name, who replaced basically Freddie Mercury from Queen. I mean, that's just kind of a no-win situation up front. I mean, trying to replace Freddie Mercury, no matter how good you are, you're going to not be able to fill those shoes. I mean, Michael Jackson could try to come in and replace Freddie Mercury with Queen. Does Michael Jackson suck? By no means. One of, in my opinion, the greatest entertainer of all time, but he still can't replace Freddie Mercury. So that's a no-win situation for whoever was going to step in those shoes. Next would be all of the lead singers who came in the Sabbath after Dio left. Dio and Ozzy were right there. Everyone after that, I mean, that was always a step down. Even though, what's his name, and I don't remember his first name, but the guy that sang lead on Born Again, I mean, that was a pretty good album, but still definitely a step down for Sabbath. When Mary Ramsey tried to replace, or did replace, Natalie Merchant in 10,000 Maniacs, same thing. Natalie's just such a unique and special voice that pretty much anyone that came in behind her, it was going to be a step back for the 10,000 Maniacs. Fourth one, Tim Owens, who replaced Rob Halford in Judas Priest. Again, that was a step back for Priest. Well, number one, because you're trying to replace Rob Halford, it's very similar to the Freddie Mercury type thing. Because Tim Owens, I mean, the guy had a great voice. On top of that, everything I've ever read or seen about him or whatever else, he's an incredible guy. I mean, just all that stuff, he should be given a lot of credit for. It's just, he had to try to fill Halford's shoes, and you just can't quite do that. He was also one of those stories where he was in he had his own band. He had a tribute band for Judas Priest, and they saw him, and next thing you know, he's singing lead singer. So any guy that gets an opportunity to actually do that in life, more power to you, man. Matter of fact, I think he was one of the people that really inspired the movie Rockstar, because that's kind of how he got into Priest. And the fifth person, Arnel Pineda, I believe is his name. He's the guy that replaced Steve Perry in Journey. So again, in my opinion, Steve Perry is one of the greatest voices ever in music. I love him to death, and pretty much anyone that tried to come in and replace him couldn't do it. He's another one of those Cinderella stories too, where they saw him on the internet, loved his voice, and next thing you know, he's the lead singer of Journey. So again, I wish him the best of luck and more power to him. And he sounds absolutely great. I mean, he's a good singer and all of that stuff. He's just, you're trying to replace Steve Perry. It's hard. It's impossible to do. So those are my 4 bad / step back replacements. Question number 5, and I'm not sure if I have this in the right order or not, but it was 5 artists I feel that are destroying music. Number 1, I picked Justin Bieber, whatever his name is. And again, I want to make sure that I give my true feelings on that. I hold absolutely nothing against that kid whatsoever. I mean, he didn't do anything beyond go out, took his talent, put it out there, somebody liked it, someone was willing to put some backing to it, and he's become a big star. More power to you, and I wish you more success and all of that stuff. I mean, that kid's done nothing wrong. He's living his dream, and I wish him the best. At the same time, it bothers me when, back in the day, it used to be a time where you listen to the radio, your friends brought over an 8-tracker record, you listened to it and all this type of stuff, and most of the time, you never even knew what a band looked like or who they were unless you went and saw them live. So it was always the music that had to drive you in first and truly capture you. So it had to be great music. There weren't videos, there weren't, calendars and posters and all this stuff on and on and on. It was the music that got you. But what seems to happen now, kind of with this Justin kid, you know, some may think he's talented, some may think he's not. But let's face it, the kid could be a model if he wasn't a singer. The Jonas Brothers put him in the same boat. I mean, Miley Cyrus, on down the line, is that companies are going out now and saying, we can take this image and this look and this piece of talent they have, and we can turn it into something we can sell this to, you know, 50 million 13 or 14-year-old girls, so let's push it. It's all about the sale. It's not about this is good music that'll be around for a long time that we'll be able to sell for years and years and years. Let's push that. That is what people like Justin and Miley Cyrus and the Jonas Brothers, that's the stuff that they take away from music. And again, they're not doing it. They're just using their talent. It's the industry that's kind of pimping them out that way to make as much money as they can right now, but in the process destroying music as a whole, in my opinion. So that's definitely, I guess, some of the artists I feel that are destroying music. I'll also throw kind of one more in there is Kanye West. You know, in my opinion, what he did at those music awards to Taylor Swift, that's another big part of what's destroying music, is idiots like that can't even show a basic sense of respect for this 19, 20-year-old girl who, again, did nothing more but wake up every day and put her talents out to the world and got recognized for it, and he totally crapped that moment for her. I have a lot of things I disagree with artists about their political views, about things they've done in their life, on and on and on. Kanye West is one of 3 artists that I will never buy another piece of his crap for the rest of my life and get rid of the stuff that I have. And it was because of that one moment. That's the most tasteless thing in music I've ever seen in my entire life. So idiots like him, hopefully he sees this, idiots like you, fat chance, but makes me feel good to think he will, idiots like that, you're destroying the music business. Okay? So now we move on. Next question was the newest piece in your music room or that you brought in that wasn't a record, CD, or cassette. That for me would be, I'm going to have to adjust the camera here, actually 2 things. Number 1 would be this nice framed picture of David Bowie that I got a little while ago, which is really cool. And you can see it's kind of a full size, give you an idea of the size of my hand there. So that was a really nice addition. And then I also got, because I got these at the same time, let me see if I can make this proper, cover up the nastiness there, this nice print of Janis Joplin, which is pretty cool, kind of her in her birthday suit. So those were the 2 new pieces that weren't albums or CDs in our music collection. And the very last question, 15th album in your soundtrack or B section. Since I do everything by genre, I will go down here to my soundtracks and see if I can get a good bass there. Let's see what we got here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 is... Oh, okay. It's not a bad one. It's the Color soundtrack from the movie Colors back in 1988. So obviously the most known track on here is Colors by Ice-T. But there's also a really good song on here by, where's it at? Rick James. Oh, Everywhere I Go. Colors. So I thought it was called Colors. This was messing me up. So yeah, that's a really good soundtrack from that movie back in '88. Haven't listened to this one in a while. I don't have to throw that one on. But so anyway, there you go, YouTubers. That's the response to my thread. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And of course, look forward to the next video. All right, take care, guys.